Hey guys, another breakdown of the trade that happened this week. Usdchf that made over 5% profit. Now make sure you pause the video and take notes because I'm going to give a lot of gems inside of it. So make sure you are paying attention. Now currently we are on 15-minute time frame on Usdchf currency pair, on which time frame basically the analysis was done, right? So at the bottom of my screen, as you can see, we have London session, New York session, and London close. And currently the price is before the London open. So it was in the time where I saw this setup being made and when I mark it up the charts. Now what we have here. So always you want to focus on the current situation in front of you so that you know in which state of the market you are, where is the price and what the price is doing. Now, before we get to the 15-minute time frame as complete analysis, I'm gonna head over to H1 in the terms of liquidity. So in terms of liquidity, for the possible target that Usdchf can achieve in the future, where, as you can see, we have at this bottom side, we have equal lows. So this low and this low. So this is equal low, which means that is liquidity below it, right? And if we go even further to the downside, you can see we have those lows that are acting as liquidity as well, okay? And then at the very bottom, that, you know, this move that took out all of those short-term lows, highs, created imbalance that price can cover in the future, right? So this is all, higher time frame analysis to think, okay, maybe price can go to this point because we do have liquidity to the downside and it can be taken. But at the end of the day, we have to see the reasons, we have to see the facts why price can go to those lows, right? Okay, so let's focus on the current situation. Now, in the current situation, we see that we had a previous high that was broken with this impulse move to the upside, right? And we have the last bearish candle on H1 that was eliminated, right? It was broken to the downside, so this move higher acts as a liquidity grab, right? So I'm gonna switch back to the 15-minute time frame. Now let's see what we have there. Okay, so my primarily focus is going to be inside of this whole structure. Okay, I'm gonna break down section by section. Now let's start from the left side. Now on the left side, on the previous day, we see that we had a structure and that price pushed higher and then broke below, which means that this was simply a liquidity grab to the upside, and this whole impulse movement to the downside was basically break of structure. So all of those lows that you see, so this low, this low, this low, everything was broken, right? So all we need to see now is retracement to the upside, so basically to this point from where from where this regional move started. Right? So on 15-minute time frame, we have the imbalance inside of this candle that basically was covered in the Asian session. Then we have the last up candle, which acts as an order block that swept liquidity to the left side. So by sweeping liquidity to the left side, this means, where is the sweep? This means that it swept all those highs, right? It swept to the left side prior to breakdown. So we have this BOS inside of it as well, right? This BOS and this low was broken and this low was broken. Okay, so this happened before the Asian session. Now let's focus on the Asian session. So all of those lows that have those weeks means that we have liquidity to the downside, which means sell side liquidity that price is drawn to. Okay, so this is our obviously a target. Now inside of it, let me mark up this imbalance, right, which was covered, but for the better understanding. Now our where is it, like that? So our possible entry is going to be on 0.8798. so this is our price number from where we can go into with the sell limits, obviously. The targets, in the sense of the target, we are going to target this sell side liquidity to the downside. So this is going to be our primarily target, right? This very low that created this structure. Okay. Now, in the sense of this structure, we already took the liquidity, as you can see. We already took the liquidity. So everything was swept with this move. Okay. Now let me just play a bit further because I wanna kick to the London. Okay, like this. Now, this one single move, so this one single high means that this is inducement, right? It's a smart money trap. So it's inducement. So everyone that, you know, wasn't patient enough and didn't wait for this order block to be mitigated was jumping into the trade in this level and are going to be taken out. Unfortunately, break-evens are going to be hit, maybe stop losses, I don't know. Okay, but they are going to be hit. Now I'm going to apply the Asian session indicator just to show you something. So we have the Asian session high, we have the Asian session low. So the Asian session low is definitely going to be a target as well. Okay, like this. Okay, so in a sense of price movement from A to B, everything works where liquidity is. So if the Asian session is going to be taken out first, then market is going to move in the opposite direction. So if this happens, we're gonna see something like that. Push higher to take Asian high to mitigate the order block, right? That caused this whole movement to the downside. And then price is going to go for the Asian lows and probably the previous daily low, right? London closed low. So this is our objective. Okay, let me delete everything and just the Asian session. Now, my sell limit was placed at this very level, like I said, 87.98. Stop loss was 11 pips. Okay, 11 pips. I could easily set my stop loss just above the high, like on 80 pips, but I usually say put 10 pips, but in this case I set 11, which is also fine, right? Just to be extra safe. Now, in the sense of target, like we said, we are targeting Asian session low and we are targeting this movement to the downside. Okay, I hope it makes sense. Now we can push even lower. Okay, but let's see, let's not be greedy, right? Let's stick to our trading plan. Okay, so remember, we have to see Asian session high out. We have to see mitigation of this order block. We have to see mitigation of this round number. We have 87. We can round this to 88.0, which is actually a round number. And then we are good to go to eliminate the Asian session low and the London closed low, right? Let me just hit a play. So this is London open. We are in, as you can see, mitigation to the T. And we are collapsing, right? As soon as we break this low that was created in the end of the Asian session, so when this low is going to be broken, then the next lows are going to be exposed, right? So we have to then see this low taken, this low taken, this low taken. Okay, so let's hit a play. Okay, as you can see, Asian low taken out. Moving into the New York session slowly, boom, and this was about it. So eventually, if I draw this even further to the downside, you can see 5%. So I don't complain with the 5%. So this was textbook trade. Every confluence that was needed was there. Textbook, you see, you execute, and that's about it. And at the end of the day, guys, always use risk management. Do not risk more than 1% or 0.5, and stick to your trading plan at all costs. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.